the guide to overcoming anxiety in the digital world, Stoicism. We live in a world where connection has never been easier and, at the same time, more exhausting. Technology offers us incredible tools, but it also comes at a cost: our peace of mind. How many times have you found yourself aimlessly scrolling through your phone, feeling like you should be doing something more productive? How many nights of sleep have been interrupted by notifications that seemed urgent but, in reality, meant nothing? This is the impact of the digital world on our anxiety. But what if I told you there's a way to overcome this anxiety? A guide that can help you deal with the constant pressure of social media, instant messages, and information overload? This path lies in Stoicism, an ancient philosophy that can be practically applied to find calm and balance amidst the digital chaos. Digital anxiety is not an individual problem, it's a collective phenomenon. Social media platforms are designed to capture our attention, trapping us in endless dopamine cycles. At the same time, we constantly compare our lives to others, fueling feelings of inadequacy and insecurity. Stoicism teaches us to redefine these situations and regain control over our minds. Let's start with one of Stoicism's most powerful principles: focusing on what is within our control. Imagine this. You post a photo or a comment and feel anxious waiting to see how many likes or responses it will receive. You feel frustrated when the outcome doesn't meet your expectations. This happens because you're placing your happiness in something you cannot control. The Stoics teach us not to base our inner peace on others' reactions. Another fundamental point is the practice of mindfulness, a concept the Stoics called premeditatio malorum, or the premeditation of challenges. In the digital world, this can mean consciously thinking about the impact of spending hours on your phone on your productivity or relationships. Before opening an app, ask yourself, does this truly contribute to what's important in my life? This simple reflection can completely change your relationship with technology. A powerful practice to overcome digital anxiety is setting clear boundaries. Marcus Aurelius, one of the greatest Stoic philosophers, wrote about the importance of dedicating time and energy to what truly matters. You can apply this by setting specific times to use your phone or even turning off notifications. After all, as the Stoics would say, time is a limited resource, and wasting it on distractions is a mistake we cannot afford. Moreover, the Stoics valued the idea of gratitude, which can be a transformative tool in the digital world. Instead of comparing yourself to others, use social media to cultivate a sense of admiration and learning. When you see someone else's achievement, ask yourself, what can I learn from this? Gratitude shifts us from a mindset of scarcity to one of abundance. Finally, remember that you don't have to face digital anxiety alone. Stoicism teaches us to seek out communities that share the same values and can help us grow. Why not start this journey in the comments of this video? The next key to Stoicism that can help you overcome digital anxiety is mental discipline. In the digital world, we are bombarded with constant information, some useful, but often irrelevant. This flood of stimuli can leave us mentally drained and unable to distinguish what truly matters. The Stoics emphasize the importance of training the mind to focus on the essential and eliminate the superfluous. Imagine this. You open your phone intending to check just one important email, but suddenly, you find yourself scrolling through social media for hours. This lack of control happens because our brains are drawn to distractions. However, as the Stoics taught, we can cultivate the willpower to direct our attention to what truly matters. A practical strategy to apply mental discipline in the digital world is the conscious use of technological tools. Try disabling notifications from non-essential apps, creating daily to-do lists, and setting specific times to check messages or social media. These small changes can significantly reduce anxiety because you're in control, not the platforms. Another Stoic concept that perfectly applies to digital anxiety is amor fati, or love of fate. We often get frustrated with situations beyond our control, like an unanswered message or a negative comment on a post. Stoicism teaches us to accept these situations as a natural part of life and use them as opportunities for growth. For example, if someone critiques you on social media, instead of reacting emotionally, ask yourself, what can I learn from this? Turning challenging situations into moments of reflection is a powerful way to overcome digital anxiety. Now, consider the idea of creative solitude. The Stoics, especially Seneca, spoke about the importance of reserving moments to be alone, reflect, and restore mental energy. In the digital world, this is more necessary than ever. Taking time away from screens, whether to read, meditate, or simply contemplate, is not just relaxing but essential for maintaining your mental health. The practice of Stoic journaling is also a valuable tool. At the end of the day, write about how you interacted with the digital world. What moments made you feel anxious? What could you have done differently? This habit not only helps you process your emotions, but also creates a space for continuous improvement. To conclude, it's crucial to remember that overcoming digital anxiety is not a final destination, but an ongoing process. Every small step in the right direction, whether turning off your phone during meals or consciously choosing the content you consume, makes a big difference. And now, I want to hear from you. What makes you most anxious in the digital world? How do you think Stoicism can help you? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Your experience might inspire others facing the same challenges. Another pillar of Stoicism that can be applied to overcome digital anxiety is the concept of ataraxia, meaning tranquility or serenity of the mind. In today's world, we are constantly connected and exposed to an endless flow of information, much of which generates stress, polarization, and a sense of urgency that is rarely justified. Ataraxia teaches us to seek inner peace even amidst external chaos. This involves learning to detach from situations we cannot change and maintaining composure in the face of challenges. In the digital context, this might mean not reacting immediately to sensational news or heated debates on social media. Instead, Stoics encourage us to pause, reflect, and respond in a balanced manner. A practical technique is to create moments of digital detox. Intentionally disconnecting for specific periods helps reduce information overload and the anxiety associated with it. For instance, dedicate a morning or even an entire day to being away from screens, engaging in activities like walking outdoors, reading a book, or simply meditating. During this time, you'll notice how refreshing the absence of digital stimuli can be. Another relevant Stoic concept is sympathia, which signifies the interconnectedness of all things. Often in the digital world, we feel isolated despite being connected to hundreds or even thousands of people. This emotional disconnection is one of the factors fueling anxiety. Stoicism reminds us that we are part of a larger network of humanity and that sharing experiences and supporting one another is essential for well-being. In the digital context, you can apply sympathia by engaging authentically on social media. Instead of simply liking or sharing, leave meaningful comments and participate in conversations that add value. This type of interaction reduces superficiality and fosters a genuine sense of connection. Speaking of connection, I want to highlight the role of the Stoic community in helping to overcome digital anxiety. Surrounding yourself with people who share the same values provides inspiration and support for this journey. Use the comments on this video as a space for that. Share your experiences, strategies that have worked for you, or simply ask a question. Finally, remember that the digital world can be a powerful tool when used intentionally. Instead of letting it control you, adopt a Stoic approach. Use technology to learn, grow, and build meaningful connections, but always within boundaries that respect your inner peace. Now, I ask you, what is the biggest challenge you face in balancing your digital life and mental health? Leave your answer in the comments. Your participation could be the first step in transforming your relationship with technology and helping others who are facing the same challenge. Another powerful lesson from Stoicism that can help you overcome digital world anxiety is the idea that what matters is not what happens, but how you react to what happens. Epictetus taught us that external events are beyond our control, but our reactions to them are entirely within our power. In the context of the digital world, this means we cannot control what we see on social media, negative news, or critical comments directed at us, but we can control how we choose to respond to these situations. Often, anxiety is amplified because we react automatically instead of pausing to reflect. For instance, when reading a negative comment, Instead of getting angry or engaging in a heated argument, practice emotional detachment. Ask yourself, does this really matter? How can I respond in a way that preserves my peace? Moreover, Stoicism reminds us of the importance of living in alignment with our values. The digital world often pushes us to seek external validation, measuring our worth through likes, followers, or comments. But as the Stoics taught, true value lies in our virtues and how we live according to them. Instead of worrying about empty metrics, focus on using technology as a tool to express who you truly are and contribute positively to the world around you. A practical step to align your digital presence with your values is to audit your social media. Ask yourself, does the content I consume inspire me or cause anxiety? Do the people I follow reflect the principles I consider important? If the answer is negative, don't hesitate to make adjustments. Mute, unfollow, or even remove accounts that don't add value to your personal journey. Another crucial Stoic principle that can be applied to the digital world is the idea of impermanence. Everything, including what we experience online, is temporary. That post that didn't perform as expected, it will soon be forgotten. That viral video, it will quickly be replaced by another. Understanding the transience of things can significantly reduce the pressure we put on ourselves in the digital environment. To deepen this practice, try the meditation on death, a Stoic technique known as memento mori. Remind yourself that our time is limited and precious. Use this awareness to prioritize what truly matters. Before opening your phone or starting a new online activity, ask yourself, if this were my last day, would I spend my time this way? This simple reflection can be a game changer in how you interact with the digital world. Now, I want to hear from you. What digital habit do you feel you need to change immediately to reduce your anxiety? Share your answer in the comments. Your reflection might be the nudge someone else needs to begin their own transformation. One of the central virtues of Stoicism that can help overcome digital world anxiety is courage. In the modern context, having courage often means disconnecting. It may seem simple, but in today's world, where everything is designed to capture your attention, consciously deciding to prioritize your peace of mind requires bravery. Stoic courage isn't just about facing big challenges, it's present in daily choices. In the digital world, this might mean saying no to a message when you're overwhelmed, resisting the temptation to get into online arguments, or even deciding to limit your screen time, despite the social pressure to always be online. A practical application of this concept is creating a disconnection plan. For example, you could set up a technology-free zone in your house, like the bedroom, and commit to not using devices in that space. Another idea is to implement daily screen-free periods, such as the first or last hours of the day, to reconnect with what truly matters. These simple actions help reduce the impact of the digital world on your mind. Another relevant Stoic principle is wisdom, which can be understood as the ability to discern between what is good, bad, or indifferent. In the digital realm, this means knowing how to differentiate content that adds value to your personal growth from what is merely a distraction. For example, when consuming content, ask yourself, does this inspire, educate, or help me grow? If not, it might be time to reassess your choices. Stoics teach us that what we allow into our minds shapes our reality. Therefore, cultivating mindful consumption is essential to overcoming digital anxiety. Another crucial point is understanding that the digital world is designed to be addictive. Recognizing this is the first step in breaking the cycle. Stoicism encourages us to practice temperance, or self-control. This can be done by setting clear limits, such as a daily maximum for app usage, or resisting the urge to constantly check your phone. A powerful Stoic exercise to cultivate temperance is digital fasting. Set aside one day a week to stay away from social media and internet-connected devices. Use this time to reflect, read, or connect with people around you. This small act of self-control can bring great benefits to your mental and emotional health. And remember one of the most important Stoic messages: you're stronger than you think. Digital anxiety may seem overwhelming, but by consistently applying these Stoic principles, you can regain control. Now, I want to hear from you. When was the last time you fully disconnected, and how did you feel? Share your experience in the comments. Your story may be the motivation someone else needs to take the next step in their journey against digital anxiety. Finally, Stoicism teaches us the importance of cultivating resilience. In the digital world, we face daily challenges that test our patience, self-control, and emotional balance. Whether dealing with messages that require immediate responses, the pressure to always be updated, or the emotional impact of seeing others' perfect lives on social media, the ability to resist these triggers is essential to overcoming anxiety. Resilience does not mean ignoring or suppressing feelings. On the contrary, Stoics advocated the practice of self-observation, where we identify and acknowledge our emotions without being overwhelmed by them. For example, when you feel anxiety opening your phone, pause. Take a deep breath and ask yourself, what is causing this? How can I respond in a way that preserves my peace? This simple practice of self-observation can transform your relationship with the digital world. Another way to cultivate resilience is by questioning the narrative we create in our minds. Stoics believed that it is not the events themselves that disturb us, but the meaning we attribute to them. When seeing a post from someone achieving something you desire, instead of feeling envy or inadequacy, ask yourself, what story am I telling myself about this? Is there something I can learn from this situation? This shift in perspective reduces anxiety and increases your ability to handle challenges. A powerful exercise is negative visualization, inspired by Stoics. Think of challenging scenarios in the digital world, such as temporarily losing access to social media or receiving a critical comment. Instead of fearing these situations, imagine how you would handle them calmly and rationally. This practice not only reduces fear, but also strengthens your ability to deal with real adversities. Additionally, Stoics advocated the concept of living in the present. Often, digital anxiety arises because we are constantly thinking about what we might be missing, the famous FOMO, or fear of missing out. To combat this, focus on the present moment. When you're with friends or family, put your phone aside. When you're working, eliminate digital distractions. By practicing intentional presence, you'll find that anxiety naturally decreases. Finally, remember that your journey to overcome digital anxiety is unique. Stoicism is not a magic solution, but a set of tools that, when applied consistently, can transform your life. Now I ask you, which of these Stoic practices are you most excited to try in your daily life? Leave your answer in the comments. Also, share your doubts or challenges, because exchanging experiences can help create a stronger, more conscious community here on the channel.